You won't find an Englishman able to play Shylock. You won't find a Jew willing to play Shylock. I'm at a stage where you can play anything. In the 90s, the baker didn't want to sell any bread to the world-famous actor Mansour because he thought he was dealing with Yasser Arafat, the famous terrorist. Later, I would get it free because they thought I was Yasser Arafat, the peacemaker. The Arab understands Shylock better than anyone. She loves me, and she will learn to love Sheikh al-Kabir. I play her back surreptitiously with my fingers. She stretches herself out by me like a cat. She doesn't stop nuzzling up to me. I nestle in her warm lap. And with my finger dipped in chocolate, I write the 99 names of Allah on her pale white back. Yasser Mansour. Mansour, first name Yasser. Related? What? Related to the what? The what? Your first name, Mr. Mansour, is that just a coincidence or was he an acquaintance of yours? You see, you look a little like him. Turn sideways, please. We want to see your profile. Profile? Aside, please. Well, of course I look like myself. I wouldn't be myself if I didn't look like myself, now would I? But you also look like him. Him, your namesake, your president, Mr. Mansour. I don't know what you're talking about. What is your destination? Gaza. What is your destination there, Mr. Mansour? The Palestinian National Authority, sir. For work or pleasure, Mr. Mansour. But what do you think, sir? You never say anything to me. You don't talk to me. You only ever listen. I mean, no one can listen like you. Not right now, she says. Not to me, but to the mirror. You're Palestinian, aren't you? Yes. Are there any famous Palestinians? Spartacus was a Palestinian. And the discoverer of the tinderbox, he was a Palestinian also. Maria Callas was a Palestinian, but she always denied it. Those who denied the most are the greatest Palestinians. Now, Picasso was the greatest denier. If you say so. An aggressive, sly, self-satisfied, damned, doomed, lawless bunch of hypocrites are endangering women and children, planting huge immovable walls, burning down forests, and she just sits with her pretty little face flicking through Cosmo just like that, without a care in the world, with her fine freckles and her A-levels and her gap year and her first in English lit and her actress ambitions. Not right now. Stop explaining everything, I won't understand it anyway. Sounds like you have to give 5 history lessons in a row. And hurry up because we have to go on stage in a moment. Now is not the time for politics. I want to talk to her. Wash the wax out of her ears. And then she says this. Not so loud, Yasser. You're talking too loud. Really too loud. So loud, you're deafening me. So loud, I can't hear you anymore. I can't hear myself anymore. Just stop it, stop it, stop it. In the small town of X, not far away from the Israeli border, there are still a few people who remember how a young man went around before the days of the Intifada broke out, saying that he could be Yasser Arafat. And he proved this by performing compelling little acts of imitation. Arafat for the United Nations. With soul, with blood, we will liberate you, our Palestine. Yasser Arafat, who stepped out of the airplane. Yasser Arafat at the top of the boarding stairs. Those are actors, says my father. They can play anyone, be anyone, say anything and get away with it. Even get paid too. When I was your age, I wanted to be an actor, so that by putting on a mask, I could cross all borders. I would learn a new tongue and outlaw kings and presidents. I could mediate between war and peace, between the living and the dead. I would teach humanity what respect is. But I know nothing about Rabbin or Israelis or Jews. I mean, how do you play a Jew? What does a Jew think? What does it feel like to be a Jew? What does it feel like to be a Jew? Oh, I shudder in shame. أنا يهودي. I am a Jew. مش عندي عيون يهودية. Has not a Jew eyes. مش عندي ايدين يهودية. Has not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions. Fed with the same food. Hurt with the same weapons. Subject to the same diseases. Healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and same summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, then we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge? If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should their sufferance be by Christian example? Why, the revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.